Arc Raiders, the extraction shooter everybody's talking about and can't get enough of. But some people are still on the fence or don't even know what the game is yet. And I'm here to share my experience with you. Yo, it's your boy Hood here, and today I'm gonna share my Arc Raider experience with you and show you what I've been doing in the game. This is gonna be my first review, quote unquote. I don't like using the term review though, because I feel like reviews are based on a criteria for what people consider is a good game or what they would invest time into. For me, I would say it's more of my experience with Arc Raiders, because what I enjoy for this game is not the same that I would judge on another game. I would just say my overall experience is what I felt from here. So, you're probably wondering what Arc Raiders is if you haven't heard about it already. Well, straight from the website, it says Arc Raiders is a multiplayer extraction adventure set in a lethal future Earth ravaged by a mysterious mechanized threat known as Arc. Enlist as a raider and scavenge the surface to thrive in a desolate world. But beware of the machines and beware of raiders preying on others. So that's what it says as a description for it. My description for Arc Raiders is it's an extraction PvPvE shooter where you're versing players known as raiders and the environment, which would have Arc and all the POIs that you have to traverse just in case it gets dicey. Now, the people who created Arc Raiders are known as Embark Studios, which was founded in November of 2018, and they're comprised of ex-DICE and EA CEO and developers. So these are people who created or helped create one of your favorite games like Battlefield 1, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, and Mirror's Edge. So, and they're the same people that made The Finals, which is the second game made by Embark as well. So what I like about this game is that it's cross-platform with cross-platform progression. So if you're on one console and you have Arc Raiders on another, then you can have that same progression continue and not have two separate progressions accounts, right? And this game also won Game of the Year for Best Multiplayer Game for 2025. So it's a big deal. This game is pretty new. It won Game of the Year. It has a lot going for it right now. So that's a little bit about Arc Raiders. Now let's talk about my experience. The arcs. The arcs are the most the most annoying and also creatively designed entities that I had to have versed. I don't know if we created Arc or Arc came from somewhere else and started trying to take over everything. I don't know. That's the lore I continue to search for every day. But the arcs are insane. I've versed a lot of different arcs and it's gone swimmingly. There's one arc that rolls around like a roly-poly and explodes next to you on impact. There's other arcs that are rolling fireballs that literally want to set you ablaze as closely as they get to you. There's other arcs that survey the area but want to mow you down just in case you get a little too close. There's arcs that are in the air, known as like a wasp, a hornet, or a rocketeer, and each one is deadlier than the next. One wants to immobilize and shock you, another wants to shoot you with its machine guns, and another might want to just shoot rockets at you 3 times in a row just to make sure you actually are dead. We get into bigger arcs like leapers and bastions and rock grenaders. And then if you feel like you've conquered all those, you can go fight the queen or the matriarch. Raiders. The Raiders in this game are super fun. I think this is the highlight of the game.
Thanks.
Hey, does anybody have a defib? Anybody have a defib? We've got a down guy. Yeah, can we come rescue this guy at the bottom of this?
Yeah, buddy. All right. That's what I'm talking about. I guess me defibbing like 3 people paid off, man. You guys. Hey, yo, yo, yo.
Hey, what up, homie? Just doing the quest.
You could go into the game alone, solo, and run into random people also playing, trying to loot, trying to fight the Ark and fend off any raiders that are trying to attack them. But you could interact with them by using in-game voice chat. So having this voice chat where you could speak into the world and anyone can hear you is a game changer for me, because there's so many sticky situations you could get yourself out of, or funny situations you might find yourself in. I think it's really cool. Some people use a barter system to get out of a situation because they might have ran out of ammo and you come across them, they're like, yo bro, I don't want to hit you, right? I just want to move on and get out in peace, you know, because people don't know your intentions if you don't speak. Now, there is an emote wheel where you could tell them, don't shoot.
Don't shoot! Okay. Thank you!
It's all good and well when you come across friendly raiders, but you also have to look out for raiders who may not be as friendly.
No. Want to team up?
Now myself, I love this part of the game because it adds more tension. Because if, let's say, there was no fighting with other raiders, it was only just players in the world versus the entities in the world, which would be the Ark, I feel like it would still be a great fun game. But adding the choice of having a raider attack you seems more real and adds more tension, because you will never know if people are friend or foe. And that's what keeps you on your toes. It makes you look around every corner, because knowing that on top of Arks being there, other players are being there, which you cannot predict. So I've played a little ratty myself, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, it's part of the game.
You're so fucking gay. Have my gun out. Are you really that bad? I mean, really? Why are we?
feel bad about it. I go with my gut feeling like, okay, they didn't seem too hostile, let me revive them. With everything said about the raiders, I always find myself stopping and looking at the game saying like, oh man, this is beautiful. See for yourself, because for me, every time I look, it just looks amazing.
Central elevator.
It's beautiful. I wouldn't expect any less from Dice and EA developers that made Battlefield and Star Wars Battlefront. They truly did a service making this game. The other things I like about Arc Raiders is the maps. We have like 6 maps or 7 maps, I forget, and that's not a pun. We have a small amount of maps, but with the maps, they have different settings where there might be a limited time mode or match where we have a match where it's in the dark, but because it's in the dark, you have better loot, and then it could be raining and there could be a thunderstorm. Better loot for arc raiding, but you might get random lightning strikes out of nowhere that could kill you on impact. Or we have a special bloom event where all the fruits and vegetables in the game have a higher spawn chance, and you can loot those specific resources for that game. It just changes the map every time that you can't expect. And then they have special events where you might have to verse the queen, and she might be on the map, and you have the opportunity to band with other arcs or to take down the queen and get her resources. And I just love the lore in the background where you get to see even bigger arcs roaming the countryside, and it just makes you wonder, when are you gonna verse that thing? Now, there's a skill tree in the game, and I believe the skill tree that I'm showing you right now is the best version. I made this, and I feel like this is the best one for getting out of sticky situations, getting everything. But if you're more tailored to fight arcs, especially with your, I forget what it's called, your wrench, your crowbar, you might want to go down the green path. If you're more of a person who likes to run around and parkour and be basically like a jumping lemur, I would choose the yellow course, because you're going to get out of a lot of situations and be able to run. Or if you're more of a person that wants to survive and get good loot and just get out, I would say choose the red choice. You're definitely going to get your money's worth out of that. Also, I have to touch upon the customization. I love the customization in the game and the loot that you get in the game. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Customizing is cool. You have different choices of bodies you can choose, but it doesn't limit to you based on the body you choose. You could choose any body, choose any face. The more I played the game, the more I unlocked, especially fighting games, you know, like Tekken or like Street Fighter back in the day. The more you played the game and won the matches, the more you unlocked a character to play. And same with this game, but it's cosmetic. So the more you play and the more events you complete, the more likely you're going to get a free skin just for playing. The community is great, and I wouldn't have it any other way. There's been a lot of controversy with the streamers, though, infringing their own faction war on the game. But I think that just adds to the ecosystem, knowing that you have a healthy community of people that are willing to invest and even make up a faction to play in the game to keep it alive. So what do I think about Arc Raiders? My experience, I think it's a great game, especially since I was playing it casually at first, and now I'm getting pretty serious about it. I think if you want to just check out a good game that's not overly priced to $70 to $80, check out Arc Raiders for $40. Now, after playing 100 hours and completing everything, I decided to do the expedition, and I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect to leave my chicken. I didn't know that it was going to be so tough to leave. Seeing my raider leave that I invested so long into to get to where it was, getting I think over $2 million in resources to get it to where we can actually escape and go past the Rust Belt, it was insane. So after I did this and my raider left Esperanza altogether, or Toledo, it started all over again. A new raider came through the same exact extraction hatch. We went to the tutorial all over again, and a new raider has been born and found. And the cycle continues. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stick with one raider customization design and give it a backstory and give it a story until the next extraction. I think that will make it a little bit more fun on my end, instead of, I don't know, just changing it up. Giving this raider some purpose, some personality, some type of backstory on how it shaped them, and then how they also extracted. But yeah, that's my experience with Arc Raiders. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wouldn't call it a review, but just my overall experience, maybe you can relate to. But if you want something to get more of a review, I would say check out Jack Sather. He puts an awesome review together of everything. He's a huge Embark fanboy, so you're hearing from somebody who loves the game, loves the studio, loves everything about it. Or you could check out Angry Joe. He does a great review of Arc Raiders. He does a great review of most games, I would say. He's over the top with his energy, but you know, if you want something solid where someone actually cares, you want to check out his show. And then lastly, if you're more of a casual gamer and you want some good laughs from somebody who plays casually, I would say check out Video Game Donkey. He's been around forever, and if you haven't heard of him yet, go check him out. Literally, he puts on a fun spin of what he interprets Arc Raiders to be, especially since I don't think he does extraction shooters as much. I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of his videos lately that are extraction-like. So go check those three out. I'll link them all in the description. But yeah, please let me know if you liked this video, if you didn't like this video. If you have any feedback for me, I would really appreciate it. I just want to understand if people like this or not. I sure as much put a lot of energy into it, so. But yeah, if you guys like this video, if this video gets to 100 likes, maybe I can make a tips and tricks video of all the stuff I've learned in Arc Raiders I could share with you guys, or even an Arc Raiders montage. Who knows? But I want to say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. This is my first review / experience type video, and yeah, I hope you guys are killing it in Arc Raiders. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the hood.